Hey guys, it's Alana. I'm going to do a review of Jason Parker reviewing my performance on Foolers. I haven't watched the video yet, it's really true, so this is my first reaction you're going to see. I'm excited. Jason Parker, yay! Spidey is going to review my video. I googled, it's Peter Parker. I'm not a Marvel fanatic, but I'm happy you're doing that, Jason. So let's take a look. Alright. Nice thing.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I've been working really hard the last couple weeks on a new magic trick and I want to share it with you. But, what's that, oh, there's a super small, almost completely invisible little coin behind your ear. Wow, and is that something else I see? What is that? What is that? Oh, is that an elephant behind your ear?
Amazing.
Wow. I guess that will be a good white elephant gift. Worst intro ever! Anyway, in this video I'm reacting to Alana, a magician from Germany. I also haven't heard of her before and don't know what to expect, but apparently she's doing some kind of like staged fashion model magic. Sounds interesting, so let's go ahead and just jump into the reaction.
Alright.
I grew up with a family of magicians. My dad and my mom worked together. I was my dad's little assistant, starting when I was 5 years old, bringing props on stage, bringing tables on stage, and just getting used to being in front of an audience. Since I was a little girl, I loved to read fashion magazines. Fashion for me was always life. Fashion just expresses your personality. And then I thought I could use fashion to do some magic. There aren't any books about how to do fashion magic, so I had to invent all by myself. I cannot show you a single card trick, but I can show you 1,000 things with fashion. It's something quite new in the world of magic because not that many magicians do it. Penn, teller, you've seen magicians with amazing hands, but not like this.
Looks interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alana.
Oh, just for you to know, this is not my music I'm using usually. I perform to my own music, but in the post-production they put another music. This is quite okay. I prefer my own, but it's okay. The arrangements.
Nice.
His face.
Ah, what the heck?
I'm gonna stop it here because there's an interesting thing that you don't see on the video, and I'm glad you don't see it here because my mouth became so dry that my lips started to stick on my teeth and gum, you know, I felt looking like that. Horrible. But okay, let's continue. Just a little side info. I'm gonna stop it here again because I just saw Penn and Teller's face. There's a big audience, but in front of the audience there's Penn and Teller, and they're not really close, but they're the closest to you. It's funny to see them also reacting to my act, but for the camera as well. So they know they're being filmed all the time, and they're just being very, very fun and very nice. That was just a very cool thing to see. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, this is really cool. But with these hands, and I'm just noticing with the camera cuts that, like, my first curiosity is how, because she starts off with both of her hands like real hands, and then she's switching them. So obviously she has to have like a fake hand somewhere because most humans don't have three hands, right? But I didn't see the moment when she switched between the real hand and the fake hand with her sleeves. And then I'm feeling like, I'm trying to watch closely, but it's all happening quickly, and I kind of feel like they're using these camera edits, these cuts to the audience reaction, and then when you come back, she's already set for the next part. So that's kind of a shame because I think we watching like to be able to try to spot when something fishy is happening, you know? And I think it would be a lot more cool to see her perform live, because now I'm really curious, you know, like how does she manage to like turn and hide this switching of her arms? To me, that's the really interesting part, and we can't really see it here. And obviously she has to have a method of doing it because she's performing in front of a live audience. Anyways, very interesting, very creative act. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's stop it here. Yeah, Jason, you're absolutely right. Of course, usually I'm performing for a live audience. The act is built for a live audience. And yes, I also think it would have been much more interesting to see some of the techniques I'm using for the switches, because I've been working my ass off for that for the past years to perfect it and to make it look really good. So there's even no need to put in like a lot of audience reactions in those moments, because if I perform live, of course, also I do have to hide the fishy moments. By the way, if you want to see my full act, because this is only a part of my full act, just go on the link down below and you can see different TV shows. The same act, the same costume, just another edit. So it's really interesting to see that and what a big difference the post-production makes. Let's continue.
Uh-oh.
The leg always works.
Ah, 4 hands. She has way more hands than I expected.
Teller.
Oh my gosh, 5 hands.
Yep.
Where did they all go? Okay, so like there, you know, she turns her back on the audience, and then it cuts to the audience reaction, and then it cuts back and she lifts her head up. So again, we didn't get to see the preparation there. But I would say the saving grace is that, thankfully, we do get to see an uncut video where she pulls the head back on and then she leans forward, comes back up, and her head is normal again. So we do get to see a little bit of the cool factor of how she's switching between real heads and fake heads. So even though I'm complaining about some of the camera edits that the Fool Us people chose to do, you know, if you're looking at it there, you can kind of understand how she manages her angles while she's performing. Alrighty? Very cool.
Thank you. Just gonna stop it here. Thanks, Jason, for appreciating the techniques, because you know a lot of people, I've seen some comments and a lot of people just go like, she's using fake hands. Ooh. But the act is really about entertainment and it's about the picture. So just thank you for seeing that, and let's continue with the interview.
That was incredible.
Thank you very much.
I kept going back and forth between watching you and then watching Teller's face, watching you.
Oh, good.
Because you're so entertained.
That's great. Yeah.
Oh, and how long have you been performing this?
This I've been performing for quite a few years now. It's like my signature piece that I love to do, that I'm doing all over the world. Yeah. And I just love fashion. So I thought I would combine these two passions, magic and fashion, and make it into one big weird thing, you know? And that's what I just love to do.
Yes. Okay.
I know Jason hasn't said anything yet, but the thing is, like, this is not the full version of the act, like I said before. And later on, there's some earring manipulations, and also in other acts, I'm doing a lot of things with fashion. You know, as you've seen in the intro movie, the strap coming up, the hair going up. This is really my thing. Just in this version, this TV version, they only focus on the hands. That was all what they were interested in. So they edited everything else away, you know. So this interview was actually 7 minutes long, and I was a little bit surprised that they left this question in, which focuses so much on the fashion factor. But okay, let's continue.
Looks like they're ready. Boys?
Okay, let me go ahead and give you my thoughts before we hear from Penn and Teller. It's funny when she was being interviewed there and she said how she combined her two passions, magic and fashion. Passion for fashion. Anyways, it made me think, well, if I were to combine two passions, what would it be? Well, I guess you could say video making and magic, and I'm doing that right now. But maybe I was thinking of something else, like not, you know, related to this channel. If I were to do like weightlifting and magic, somehow combine that. But I don't know how that would work because, well, anyway, that's a topic for another day. I don't want to get distracted here. So, Alana, that was an amazing performance. If you were watching this video somehow, awesome job, very creative, I enjoyed it. And for those of you viewing this video at home, what did you think? What was your opinion? Leave a comment below. I think the main takeaway from this performance is not necessarily to be fooled, it's definitely more about entertainment and art. And I've got to say, it's something that I've never seen before, so that's really cool as well. Them's are my thoughts. Let's hear from Penn and Teller. Get my torso in position, okay. 3, 2, 1.
Boys?
Alana, we've seen a lot more than just your act here. We really feel like this is a major change in magic. You know, we have ranted and raved about how the boys club has never let women in. And magicians are stuck using the techniques of people that wore tuxedos.
I'm gonna stop here because that's interesting what Penn said. Yes, I always create my own techniques, and they are not based on, you know, jackets and tuxedos, because I'm wearing dresses or I'm wearing female outfits. So this for me is really the most interesting part about magic. I feel like a pioneer sometimes. There is so much still to discover that hasn't been discovered yet. Techniques, gimmicks, however you want to call it. And I really appreciate that Penn and Teller saw that and understood my love for that. So let's continue.
With tails. And all of that had this stuff built in. And I've never seen an act like this before. Neither of us have. Where you've taken clothes that look contemporary and beautiful and natural and used all these wonderful manipulative techniques. It's just incredible. I mean, I would like to think that this act will spawn hundreds of women ripping you off. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. The stuff you've built into this, just beautiful. And as we went by in real time, there were every move we couldn't figure out. And then we had to go back and think a little bit. We didn't know at the moment, then we had to think back and do the work.
Well, I just can say that Penn and Teller watched the full act. So they have the, you know, the overall view of what I did there. After the performance, Teller came up to me just backstage, maybe 2 minutes after, and he asked me a lot of questions about my act. He was genuinely interested in it, which I really appreciate because he's just a genius, and getting some, you know, some compliments, some nice words from him really means the world to me. I'm just blown away by their comment, you know.
We so want to say you fooled us, but I don't think you did, but I do believe that right now on this stage, you changed magic for the future.
Thank you. That's very important for me.
Yeah, and actually that was really the most important thing for me, that they said that I might have changed something in magic, because when I started there were really like so few women in magic. So I was very proud of that comment. I was sure I wouldn't fool them. A lot of magicians create their own acts or create new acts just to fool them. I didn't do that. I took a theater act and brought it to TV, which is always difficult. Actually, later on, I'm going to create a little video of what to think about if you do your own magic, your own act for TV. And you can learn from my experiences, from my mistakes, from, you know, if you want to watch that, it's going to be on my YouTube page.
That's amazing. So do you agree that you didn't fool them?
Yeah, I was sure. I'm just very, very proud to be here, presenting this to you, my heart, my passion, and I hope it can inspire a lot of girls to do it.
Oh yeah,
And-
it's
Yeah.
good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alana.
Alrighty, well, I'll go ahead and give you my closing thoughts. Yeah, I pretty much already said it. That was a splendid performance, very creative, very original. And like Teller said, maybe that will help motivate a lot more women to become involved in magic, which would be a great thing. Again, as I kind of alluded to earlier, I really wish that I could watch her perform live without these camera cuts so I can just, you know, not be questioning like, did I not catch it because I just didn't see it? Or did I not catch it because of a camera showing the audience's face? The audience faces. The faces of the audience. So yeah, that was really cool with all the hands all over the places and how it ended up being up to 5 hands at the end. I guess she's doing a lot of contortion and stuff to get to all these positions quickly. And actually, now that I think about it, I have no idea where she hid the extra head that she ripped off of her torso. You know, because where would that be hid on her jacket or anything? She was moving all around. Anyway, great performance. Go ahead and leave your comments below about what you thought about her act. And
Okay, Jason, thank you so much for reviewing my act, for appreciating it, for appreciating the creativity, the originality, the techniques from a magician's point of view. Even though you haven't seen them because of the edit, I agree with you. But like I said, there's a video down below, you can watch it. So thank you very much for your comment and see you. Bye bye.